A great way to gain more fans for your Facebook page and for the content that you create is through Facebook social plugins. With just a click, visitors on your website can share, like, or comment on your content, all from your website. Chances are, if they're already there, they like what you have to say and will likely want to share that content with their own network of friends on Facebook as well. One button that you may want to try out is called the Share button. It encourages your customers to share your website content to Facebook, and this is crucial in helping to build brand awareness. Let's take a look at one of these social plugins or the Share button specifically in action by taking a peek at the LinkedIn blog. Here you can see the Facebook Share button in action, and you'll also notice that it's along with some other social plugins as well. LinkedIn has a social plugin as well as Twitter. I'm going to go ahead and select the Facebook Share option. What happens is that Facebook is now going to populate that post into my personal profile, or Dahlia Landon's profile in this example. It's here as Dahlia Landon. I have the option to share to newsfeed or story. And if I select the down arrow, I have a bunch of different options from here as well. I can share on a friend's timeline, so perhaps it's something that they'd specifically be interested in. I can share in a group I'm a part of. I could share in an event that I'm interested in, and I can also share on a page that I manage. So this could be something that I shared on the Landon Hotel page. Lastly is the option to share in a private message. With the new Facebook algorithm, content that is sent in Facebook Messenger will really rank higher. So Facebook really emphasizes having conversations in Messenger, so this might be part of your strategy as well. Sticking with sharing to the newsfeed or the story, up top is where I can say something about the article. So I could say, really interesting. Below that, I have a couple options. I can tag friends in this, I can check in, and I can also add an emoji about how I'm feeling. Below that, I can see that newsfeed has been selected. From the public button to the right, I can choose who sees it. So perhaps I only want friends on Facebook to see it, or I want to create some exceptions. This is where I can curate my privacy level. From there, I can even select only me. Below that is where we could possibly add it to our story. So Facebook stories are similar to Instagram stories, and it's here that would also be added to that story stream. Once completed, I'm going to select Post to Facebook. Social plugins enable people to share and engage with your content off of Facebook. And that is where a lot of people may be. So you can easily create these types of buttons by going to the link that you see on the screen. And the web page that they are located under is the Facebook for Developers website. On this page, Facebook runs you through how you can create these different social plugins for your website. So I'm going to go ahead and select the like, share, send, and quote option. From here, I'm going to take a look specifically at Share. The Share option allows me to choose whether I want the web, Android, or iOS option, and I'm going to stick with web. So in this example, I want to have people share a piece of content from the website. Below that, Facebook is going to walk me step by step through how to exactly create the Share button. And the first step is to share the URL. So perhaps I add in the Landon Hotel URL. Next, I can choose the layout, whether I want it to do a box count. And so each one that I select is going to choose a different preview, box count, or below just a button. And below that, I can choose a button size, whether I want it large or small. From there, I'm simply going to choose Get Code, and Facebook is going to create a little tiny HTML snippet that I am going to add into my website. Currently, I have a typo, so I was unable to get the code. Let's try this again, and it still doesn't like the URL. Because this is a fictitious site, we might need to get more specific. But that is where you're going to enter your own URL, and from there, you'll see the code example below. Now, if you have Squarespace, Shopify, there's going to be easy options in the settings to add these buttons. On WordPress, there may also be a plugin, but this might be an opportunity to rope in your techie friend or even send this to your webmaster to have this added for you. So there are a lot of different options for social plugins. Your goal will be to make sure that you amplify the reach of your content. And social plugins do just that. They'll help you get in front of your audience and encourage them to engage directly with your own content.